America has been founded and built by immigrants, and no other group has left their mark quite like the Germans. They were among the first settlers in Jamestown in 1608. General von Steuben trained the American troops in the Revolutionary War. Years later, Germans brought us the Brooklyn Bridge, Steinway pianos, Levi jeans, Dr. Seuss, and Mickey Mouse. To this day, German Americans influence the politics, business, and culture of our great country. The German-American Steuben Parade celebrates German culture, influences, and friendship between Germany and America. Today, we look at the traditions, costumes, music, and dances seen at the Steuben Parade each year. Hi everyone, I'm Linda Schmidt with Fox 5 News, and I am so proud to say a former Grand Marshal of this amazing parade. And I am so happy to be able to welcome you to the 63rd annual German-American Steuben Parade, coming to you this year virtually.
Welcome and ein herzliches Willkommen to the 2020 63rd anniversary virtual German-American Steuben Parade in New York City. I am Bob Ratsky, General Chairman of the parade. This year we are dedicating the parade to all the first responders, doctors and nurses, police and military service, and all essential workers across the globe for their efforts in keeping all safe and well. Now, virtually live from New York City, we present the 63rd German-American Steuben Parade. Let's start marching. Okay, we're going to have the national anthems played by the Bundeswehr from Harris Music Corps, Hanover. Thank you.
Over the years, first responders and essential workers have always supported the German-American Steuben Parade. From the police and fire departments to the restaurants, bakeries, and delis who serve our favorite food. In addition, the parade volunteers who work in these career paths have also always worked tirelessly to keep the German-American heritage alive.
Beste von allen Tagen, die Welt sieht ohne dich.
We take this opportunity now to honor those first responder and essential workers throughout the world and their tireless efforts during the COVID-19 crisis.
Du folgtest deinen Liebsten, mit ihm nur zu sein. Hat dich einfach nur verlassen, war das Leid so tief, das Herz zu verletzt, zu
The parade committee would also like to express their gratitude to the Steuben Parade sponsors and groups who have donated supplies and food to the first responders and essential workers, as well as to those in need.
Ich fühlte, wie du auch fühltest, ich war auch
We would like to take a moment to remember the lives lost and affected due to COVID-19 across the world, and especially here in New York City. The Steuben Parade Committee itself wanted to find a way to give back to the community by offering a donation package which included a custom face mask manufactured by the lineup, a women-led business in Minnesota, a limited edition parade pin made by Ranger Industries, which is a small business owned by a disabled veteran in Nevada, and hand sanitizer generously donated by EuropeanDeli. A portion of the proceeds from the donation packages was donated to City Harvest, a nonprofit organization that brings fresh, nutritious food to communities across the 5 boroughs, free of charge, to help feed New Yorkers who are in need.
Hofbräu USA has been a proud longtime sponsor of the German-American Steuben Parade and the Maßkrugstemmen competition at the Central Park Oktoberfest. Dr. Michael Müller, the managing director of Hofbräu München, was the Grand Marshal of the parade in 2010. We thank all the doctors, nurses, first responders, and essential workers who have worked tirelessly over the past few months to keep us safe.
Hofbräu München, centuries of tradition combined with state-of-the-art brewing.
Our honored guests are always welcome to join us on Fifth Avenue to celebrate the festivities of the Steuben Parade. But even though we're not there in person this year, we are still so happy that they are able to join us virtually.
We're standing here under the watchful eyes of our very own Baron von Steuben, who watches over this little terrace where colleagues of mine meet for meals and other occasions. I'm proud to have been made Grand Marshal of the Steuben Parade last year. Germany and the United States share deep historic ties. They're being showcased in the grand celebrations that take place every year in New York City. But this year, we'll not be able to meet in person. The pandemic has put a halt to it, as it has changed much of our lives. My colleagues at the embassy and I have been deeply impressed by the frontline workers and by their invaluable contributions in this difficult time. They work hard. They put their health at risk and sometimes their lives. The German embassy did what it could in order to support those heroes at our local hospitals. And we set up a program that we called Germany Thanks Heroes. We sent out thousands of meals to those healthcare workers. This year we will not be able to meet for the Steuben parade, but I do look forward to a time when it will once again be possible to meet in person and to see the grand parade move down Fifth Avenue. Until then, stay safe.
The floats from both the German embassy in Washington and the Consulate General of Germany in New York typically feature key moments in history or cultural aspects, such as the 70th anniversary of the Berlin airlift. This year, they are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the reunification of Germany following the fall of the Berlin Wall, and the 250th birthday of German composer and pianist Ludwig van Beethoven.
As the German Consul General here in New York, I would like to welcome you all, Americans and Germans, Austrians and Swiss from New York City and all over the United States, from Europe and elsewhere. Dear friends of the German-American friendship, liebe Landsleute. It is my great pleasure to congratulate the committee of this very special edition of a Steuben parade on their 63rd year. A virtual celebration which represents New York City's resilience during the toughest times and its willingness to overcome any hardship. Together with all of you, I salute the first responders and essential workers throughout the world and their tireless efforts during the pandemic. The Steuben parade is not just a representation of German heritage and tradition in this wonderful country, but also a symbol of the strong relationship between our countries. 30 years ago, this strong relationship was crucial for a historic event when Germany regained unity and full sovereignty, always closely supported by our American friends. You, together with many other American-German organizations, play a vital role in strengthening the German-American friendship, especially beyond the political sphere. A friendship which is based on common values and interests, and an American culture enriched by more than 40 million Americans of German descent. I commend each and every one of the volunteers who made this year's virtual parade possible, despite the circumstances. If we remain united, resilient and vigilant, I'm sure that we will be able to celebrate again together very soon.
The German-American Steuben Parade is held annually on the third Saturday in September. It was founded in 1957 by German immigrants and German Americans, one of the largest ancestral groups living in the United States who wanted to keep the traditions of their homeland alive. They named the parade after Friedrich Wilhelm von Steuben, a Prussian-born general who served with General George Washington in the American Revolutionary War. Von Steuben is still regarded as one of the most influential German Americans for his contributions to America's fight for independence. His training of the young American troops helped achieve victory against the British. In April 1956, the German-American parade was first held in Ridgewood, Queens on the 50th anniversary of the Brooklyn Boys and Girls Chorus. The outpouring of support for this event from the many clubs and businesses who participated inspired the idea for a parade celebrating German culture to be held every year in New York City. In 1957, the first official German-American Steuben parade was held on Myrtle Avenue in Ridgewood, Queens. And then in 1958, the first parade to march through Yorkville, known then as Germantown, was held. Today, the parade traditionally marches up Fifth Avenue to 86th Street, led by cadets representing the German Language Club of the Military Academy of West Point, founded by General von Steuben himself. The parade is filled with German groups wearing their traditional costumes, spectacular floats, marching bands, dancers, clubs, and organizations from across the United States, Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and Canada. Miss German America and her court are crowned every May, leading the parade up Fifth Avenue after serving as young cultural ambassadors at events throughout the year across the tri-state area. And every year, the parade is led by a Grand Marshal who is chosen through their reputation and contributions to the German-American community.
Guten Tag. Ich heiße Mike Rabus, the president of the German-American Committee of Greater New York, sponsors of the yearly German-American Steuben Parade in New York City. Due to the pandemic, this 63rd parade of ours is a virtual one, and I thank you for your support and interest in our event. So please join me in congratulating Parade General Chairman Bob Ratsky and his Parade Vice Chair people, Nicole Miskowitz and Melissa Alke, and all the volunteers who work each year to bring you the largest German-American event in the United States. Be safe and enjoy.
Hey folks, a very warm welcome goes out from here. I'm standing in front of the Reichstag building, which is the Federal Parliament of the Federal Republic of Germany. Thank you, Steuben Parade, and thank you to all the wonderful folks who are making it happen each and every year. Thanks especially to Bob Ratsky and his wonderful wife and family. And thank you to all the great people who keep both our countries going in these very tough times. Thank you to all the essential workers that keep New York City and also Berlin alive and kicking during these challenging times. This is Peter Bayer. I am the German government's transatlantic coordinator and 2018 Steuben Parade Grand Marshal. I am really very proud to be part of this fantastic story, and I wish we could come together and celebrate our shared German-American history in New York City right now, like we did every year in the past several decades. But even though that can't be done this year in 2020, I know the parade will be in our hearts, in our transatlantic German-American hearts, even in these difficult times. But much more importantly, German-American heritage and German-American relations are in our hearts. So even we cannot celebrate together in the streets, let's remember the good times we've had and look forward into an even brighter future. I am so much looking forward to seeing you all, hopefully in 2021 and in New York City. So see you there, take good care, be safe and stay healthy. Thanks to everybody.
The German-American Steuben Parade currently has 9 marching divisions. Some of the divisions have a geographical background, whereas some have a cultural background. Leading the parade up Fifth Avenue each year is the Grand Council in Civil Service, parade officials, and honored guests. The Grand Council of Steuben Societies in Civil Service includes German Americans from the NYPD, FDNY, and other agencies. The division also carries the German and American flags, the parade flag, and leads the Grand Marshals and honored guests up Fifth Avenue.
The New York City Police Department Mounted Unit. The officers are accompanied by their specially trained horses who provide an invaluable service to the citizens of New York in all 5 boroughs. We have our honored guests, our chairman, Bob Ratzke, his wife, Anita Ratzke. We have the Honorable German Ambassador, United States, Miss Emily Haber. We have also our yodeler, you'll hear some performances by him later, and many of our honored guests and dignitaries.
Welcome all the former queens and princesses. Great to see all of you. Wonderful.
Hi, my name is Sophia Huber and I'm Miss German America 2019. The Miss German America court consists of Miss German America Steuben Parade Queen, 2 princesses, junior princesses, and a junior general. As spokeswoman of the New York Steuben Parade, the court attends various events located around the New York City area to promote the parade. On parade day, the court rides up Fifth Avenue on a special float and greets parade participants and spectators. Miss German America receives a $5,000 scholarship, and each princess receives $2,500. A new court is selected every May. However, this year's event was canceled due to COVID-19. The contestant is interviewed by a panel of judges. At the crowning event, audience members listen to each candidate during a live interview focused on German identity. In addition to the judges' vote, each audience member has the opportunity to cast a vote determining Miss German America and her princesses. Former Miss German Americas have gone on to become police officers, doctors, nurses, lawyers, veterinarians, pharmacists, vice presidents of major corporations, and have gone on to excel in many other career and life paths. Enjoy the virtual parade and stay safe.
Wie ein Gruß an die Sonne klingt dir das alte Lied. Sierra, Sierra Madre del Sur. Sierra, Sierra Madre. Oh, Sierra, Sierra Madre del Sur. Sierra, Sierra Madre. Gute Freunde kann niemand trennen. Gute Freunde sind
The New York State Division, formerly known as the Westchester Division, has grown vastly over recent years and now includes groups from several counties adjacent to New York City, including Westchester, Hudson, Rockland, Putnam, and Dutchess. In an effort to grow the Steuben Parade to a national level, German-American groups from the entire state of New York are invited to join this division, which continues to be led by the German-American Societies of Westchester.
We are privileged to have International Gymnastics Camps Director Brandt, who received a perfect 10 on vault at the U.S. Championships to claim the gold medal, the first time a U.S. male gymnast has achieved a perfect score to win an individual event championship. We now welcome the German International School New York from White Plains, New York. The head of the school is Ulrich Weikhof. The German International School is a bilingual German-English private day school for pre-K through grade 12, which confers both the German International Abitur and the New York State High School Diploma on its graduates.
And we have another group from Germany. This is Musikkapelle Unterammergau.
Welcome the German club of Niskayuna High School with their president, Joseph Karselia. And one of the first Trabis, a car produced in the former East Germany. The owners are Andy and Alexander Brzezinski. And Alex is one of the German-American Committee 2019 scholarship winners.
Guten Tag. My name is Councilmember Robert Holden, and I represent the wonderful communities of Ridgewood, Glendale, Middle Village, Maspeth, Woodside, and Woodhaven here in the city of New York. I'm proud to represent these communities, much of whom are historically German. I'm proud of my German ancestry. Whether you host your reception at Gottschalk Hall in Ridgewood, go to Glendale to visit the butcher shop at Zoom Stammtisch, or have a beer and pretzel at Manor Oktoberfest at Atlas Mall, or even get some delicious German potato salad at the Woodhaven Manor. The German people have contributed so much to this area. Last year, I marched with all of you on Fifth Avenue, and it saddens me that we cannot be together again in person this year. It was such a wonderful parade last year, wasn't it? I look forward to the day where we march again, and we can all drink and dance at the Volkfest Festival again at Plattdeutsch Park. We'll all get through this together, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you, Robert Ratsky, the parade chairman, and Sonia Kulesha for inviting me this year. Auf Wiedersehen, and have a great day.
The Gottscheer Division includes the 9-member organizations of the Gottscheer Relief Association, with their headquarters in Queens, New York, as well as other groups that identify with the Gottscheer community. The Gottscheer community originates in Gottschee, a German-speaking area of what is now Slovenia, formerly Austria-Hungary.
We have from Austria, which is appropriate to have in the Gottscheer division, Trachtenkapelle Nussdorf am Haunsberg. This group of 55 is from a beautiful town of Nussdorf in Salzburg, Austria. They've marched with us before. They are wearing they're a Trachtenmusikkapelle, or costumed music band. The men are wearing the Kniebundhose, leather pants that tie at the knee, and the women are wearing the traditional dirndl dress. Those who attended the Steuben Parade Mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral this morning were able to enjoy their beautiful music.
Next we have the float, Reichenbach Spaten, sponsored by Reichenbach Hall and Spaten Beer. Reichenbach Hall is the biggest beer halle in New York City. It's known as Munich in Midtown, and serve Spaten beer. Spaten means spade in German and sports a malt shovel logo. One of Germany's most successful breweries, Spaten is deeply rooted in Munich's venerable beer brewing tradition.
Guten Tag, everyone. Governor Phil Murphy here. I am thrilled to see the 63rd annual German-American Steuben Parade continue despite the obstacles of COVID-19. This year, we are especially grateful for the dedication of our essential workers who have tirelessly kept our communities going throughout this pandemic. These individuals are everyday heroes who do not often receive the recognition that they richly deserve. Therefore, it is my great honor to express our gratitude on behalf of the entire state of New Jersey to each and every essential worker. Thank you, danke, and God bless. Ich wünsche Ihnen viel Spaß und viel Erfolg und vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Tschüss.
Since the first Steuben Parade in 1958, the New Jersey Committee has had a proud tradition of organizing most of the groups from New Jersey participating in the parade. This division includes all German-American clubs and organizations in the state of New Jersey, except the clubs headquartered at Schutzen Park. The two largest groups within this division are Deutscher Club of Clark and Germania Park in Dover.
Coming up on the float, Wir lernen Deutsch, sponsored by the German-American Steuben Parade Committee of New Jersey. The theme of the German-American Steuben Parade Committee of New Jersey float is Wir lernen Deutsch, or We're Learning German. The float design includes a Ferris wheel and the slogan Deutsch lernen macht Spaß, or Learning German is fun, which evokes the message that students enjoy learning the German language and traditions of their ancestors with their friends and classmates. And the next float that's coming up, Wunderbar Together, which is sponsored by the German Information Center. This year, the German Embassy in Washington, D.C. is celebrating the enduring friendship between Germany and the United States through its initiative, Wunderbar Together. This theme highlights the strong relationship between the two countries, which is rooted in deep historical ties and shared culture.
The Bavarian division includes all Bavarian organizations, Schuhplattler and Trachten groups, no matter their geographic area. Most groups in this division come from New York and New Jersey. Others are from Connecticut and other states. This division also features the Hofbräuhaus Munich float, carrying the regional winners of the Maßkrugstemmen competition, who then compete for the U.S. National Championship at Oktoberfest in Central Park after the parade.
Coming up now is a beautiful float, Oktoberfest, with music by the Austrian boys. And the float is sponsored by Niche. They have been a long-time parade sponsor of wines and spirits at many of our events throughout the year.
Today we have two floats carrying the regional winners of the Maßkrug competition. On the float, we have Hofbräu München, sponsored by Hofbräuhaus of America. On the float are the regional men's champions of Maßkrugstemmen and competition and guests. On the second float, we have also Hofbräu München, sponsored by Hofbräuhaus of America. They're the regional women's champions of the Maßkrugstemmen competition and guests. Thank you, Edelweiss Passaic. Wonderful job.
The Carnival division features some of the most colorful groups and performances from both the United States and overseas. Carnival is the German version of Mardi Gras, most famously celebrated in the cities of Cologne and Dusseldorf. This division is traditionally anchored by the Kolche Funke Rot-Weiß, New York, and the three figures of Carnival: a prince, a virgin, and a farmer.
Next we have the Tanz- und Reitergarde Goch from 1982. This dance and equestrian guard carnival group represents only about a third of their overall group. They are from the border of northwestern Germany near the Netherlands and are absolutely thrilled to march this year. Goch is the birthplace of Otto III, Holy Roman Emperor, from 980 to 1002 AD. Torwache literally means gate guard, and this carnival group, organized in 1977, specializes in precision dance with snappy leg movements and athletic jumps and lifts. That's precision. Great catch.
How about a nice round of applause? Vielen Dank. That's athleticism, huh?
In 2016, I was your proud and honored Grand Marshal of the Steuben Parade, and I enjoyed the wonderful and deep celebration of the German-American friendship. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, this year we cannot celebrate it live. So please let me send you my sincere appreciation for the first responders, for the doctors and nurses, for all their hard work. So please, let's stay strong together in these difficult times, and I hope one day we will see each other again. So until then, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. Mwah.
The Continental Division is the youngest within the organization. It was founded after more and more German-American clubs from all over the United States had expressed interest in the Steuben Parade. The division has recently included groups from Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, New England, California, and many other states.
And we welcome the Wurstfest Association of Neubraunfels in Texas with Nathan Manlove, coordinator, and President Dan Krüger.
all the way up from Texas. Thanks for being here.
Coming next, we have a group from Germany, Spielmannzug Dreiborn e.V., marching in their sharp military-style maroon-colored uniforms. This marching band hails from Dreiborn, which is just southwest of Cologne, and performs at shooting, Mayfest, Carnival, and church festivals throughout the year. Founded in 1978, the German School of Connecticut is celebrating its 41st anniversary this year. Whether you're 2 years old or 82 years old, the school has over 300 students and provides a wide spectrum of class and language learning offerings. Importance is also placed on cultural and community events. And we have a lot of young people and a lot of young students on this float.
The Metropolitan Division includes German-American organizations based in Manhattan and the boroughs. Some of them are registered clubs. Others are informal organizations, including several young groups. Several churches and schools are also a part of this division.
The German-American School of New York float. We're Len and Deutsch, the German-American School Society of New York. Longtime principal Ursula Beite accompanies her students on the float today, and the school has participated in over 25 Steuben parades. They teach German in after-school programs from pre-K children through 9th grade.
Here on the side we read the names of all the various typical German wines: Riesling, Müller-Thurgau, Spätburgunder, Dornfelder, Grauburgunder, Silvaner, Weißburgunder, Blauer Portugiese, Kerner, Trollinger, Chardonnay, Scheurebe, Gutedel und Elbling.
And here we have a beautiful float celebrating 30 years, the fall of the Berlin Wall, sponsored by the Consulate General of Germany, New York. In 2019, Germany celebrates the 30th anniversary of an event that greatly changed the courses of its history. The Consulate General of Germany is proud to present their float that highlights the peaceful revolution and the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Hello, guten Abend. I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and I wish everybody at the Steuben Parade all the very best. Next year we are going to be marching and celebrating again. This year we are dedicating this time to all of the health workers, to all of the people who took the chance in order to help others, and we wish everybody a good time and to not lose hope for next year. Alles Gute, I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
The Plattdeutsche Division mainly consists of two large Plattdeutsche organizations with their respective headquarters at Plattdeutsche Park in Franklin Square, Long Island, and Schutzen Park in North Bergen, New Jersey. Plattdeutsch, or Low German, is the regional language that was historically spoken in northern Germany.
This music group is from Malente, which lies in the state of Hessen, whose motto is, "There's no way around it," because Hessen is the center of Germany, just north of Frankfurt. The Spielmannzug, or marching band, Turn- und Sportverein Malente, can perform a variety of music and have entertained audiences at music festivals, parades, and in the spa park in their hometown. And coming up right now, we have Miss Plattdeutsch and her court. The chair lady is Jerry van Taden. The 2017 queen is Amanda Lynn Bruchhäuser. Second princess Victoria Lynn Bruchhäuser. And second princess Katie Zana. And the junior princesses Alison Winiarts, Mackenzie Clark, and Alison Twiefel. And this float is sponsored by the Plattdeutscher Restaurant and Beer Garden.
Next, we have a group coming up from Oldenburg with Heinz Hermann Meyer von Thun. He's the head or the Vorsitzende of this group of shanty singers. They were founded in 1974 as a chorus to preserve the work and leisure time songs of sailing ship crewmen of the 19th century. Hello, Wolfgang Grams. Hello. Dr. Grams, herzlich willkommen auch. Hallo, hallo. Let's listen as the Akademische Bläservereinigung entertains with their great music.
Every year, groups from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria travel across the Atlantic to join us marching up Fifth Avenue. Unfortunately, due to the cancellation of the traditional Steuben parade, the groups were unable to travel to New York City. However, nearly all of the overseas groups are eager to participate in the 64th Steuben parade in 2021. At this time, we are excited to share a message and performance from the Blas Orchestra Turnverein Niederbrechen.
Liebe Freunde der Steubenparade, wir würden uns freuen, Sie alle hier nächstes Jahr in New York begrüßen zu können, um dann gemeinsam auf Fifth Avenue die 64. Steubenparade zu feiern.
Dear friends, from Reston, Virginia, I send my best wishes to the German-American Steuben parade. There's a long tradition for the US-based German military to head this colorful parade. We are honored to be in New York, and we love your Central Park Oktoberfest. This year, we have to adapt to COVID-19. I'd like to thank all first responders, the US military health services, doctors, nurses, and all essential workers across the world for their heroic effort keeping everyone safe. And of course, we are looking forward to seeing you back on Fifth Avenue next year.
Rossbach International is an importer of specialty food. We are constantly searching for great products to bring to the American market. These products include our delectable pretzel buns, large German pretzels, chocolate truffles, and gingerbread hearts. We have proudly been supporting the Steuben Parade for many years. You can find our pretzels and Lebkuchen hearts at the parade, in beer gardens, in the city, and around the country. We thank you all for joining us for the virtual parade and look forward to being with you all again next year at the German-American Steuben Parade on 5th Avenue.
Guten Tag. My name is Natalie Dahlquist, and I'm a student at the University of Virginia, and I'm majoring in biomedical engineering. I am proud and thankful to be a 2019 recipient of a German-American Committee Scholarship. Since 2017, the German-American Committee of Greater New York has awarded scholarships for students in 8th grade through college who live in the Greater New York metropolitan area and demonstrate an interest in German heritage, German language, and/or German-American contributions to their community or the United States of America. The GAC awards high school scholarships in the amount of $1,500 and $3,000 scholarships to students enrolled in college or university. Congratulations to our 2020 award recipients. The 8th grade recipients are Oliver Otto, Ella Sarek, and Madathar. The high school recipients are Devin Linderman McCarthy, Noah Pierre, and Carlton Rowe. And the university recipients are Christopher Vamus, Megan McClure, and Maria Gruber. Along with my fellow scholarship recipients, I encourage other students to submit an application in 2021. We extend our thanks to the German-American Committee of Greater New York for offering this incredible opportunity. Danke.
My name is Connie Schaefer, Chairwoman of Central Park's Oktoberfest. Please join me in raising your stein to our essential workers, healthcare professionals, law enforcement officers, fire departments, and our United States military for their dedication, patience, and bravery. Prost.
Prost.
Prost. Prost. Prost.
Boys and girls, we're gonna need your help here. First you're gonna sing along, then you're gonna wiggle, and then you're gonna jump. This one's called the Oktoberfest medley.
Weine nicht, in der Regen fällt. Down, 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 down. Es gibt einen, der zu dir hält. Down, 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 down. Mama Stein und dein Sinn bricht, aber unsere Liebe nicht. Alles, alles geht vorbei, doch wir sind uns treu. Einmal nicht bei dir sein. Down, 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 down. Denk daran, du bist nicht allein. Down, 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 down. Mauer, Stein und Eisen bricht, aber unsere Liebe nicht. Alles, alles geht vorbei, doch wir sind uns treu. Mauer, Stein und Eisen.
Carl Brandt Incorporated is a specialty food importer representing notable food specialties from around the world. Established in 1989, our sales office is in Fairfield, Connecticut. We are proud to offer broad product lines from leading food companies throughout Europe and beyond. The Karl Brandt Incorporated collection features natural and organic whole grain breads, cookies, chocolates, chocolate de gras, Zwieback, cakes, holiday stollen, marzipan, herbal tea, liquor-filled pralines, Swiss preserves, hard candies, drinking chocolates, fermented organic soft drinks, novelties, and many more selections. Delicacies in the assortment run from the range of sweet to savory, crunchy to smooth, and traditional to innovative. Check out our Petchex Misfortune cookies and gifts that are ideal for the upcoming Halloween season. Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Steuben Parade. Karl Brandt Incorporated is a proud sponsor of the Steuben Parade.
Hallo, ich bin Takeishi. An alle Steuben-Parade-Freunde. Eine Jodelgruß aus Reitenwinkel.
See you next year.
Next year.
On 5th Avenue.
On 5th Avenue.
For the 64th.
The 64th
Annual
Steuben Parade
on September 18th, 2021.
2021.
Thanks again.
Das Fest ist aus, wir müssen gehen. Wir singen noch ganz schnell auf Wiedersehen. Der Chor ist fast verklungen, doch spüren wir irgendwie noch Lust auf eine Abschiedsmelodie. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Hey, oh, hey, DSB. Servus, ihr Freunde, ciao, ciao und goodbye. Ab schon sind wir wieder dabei. Gleich wird's hier im Fest leise sein. Mit guten Freunden waren wir hier daheim. Mach's gut, ihr Fans und Freunde. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Zum Schluss noch einmal Prost, es war ganz toll. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Hey, oh, hey, DSB. Servus, ihr Freunde. Ciao, ciao und goodbye. Bald schon sind wir wieder dabei. Servus, ihr Freunde, ciao, ciao und goodbye. Bald schon sind wir wieder dabei. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Hey, oh, hey, DSB. Servus, ihr Freunde, ciao, ciao und goodbye. Bald schon sind wir wieder dabei.